Is something percolating that probably will break Monday? Do either one, you're both smiling, do either one of you want to give the audience, well, a little heads up?
I'll give you some breaking news right now, Sean. Just 2 hours ago, federal prosecutors assigned to John Huber, the U.S. attorney investigating the Clintons, reached out to a whistleblower in the Clinton Foundation. The first time we've seen contact between a Clinton Foundation whistleblower and that particular federal office. That just happened tonight.
Are you talking about the one whose home was raided?
No, this is a different whistleblower that you'll learn a lot more about on Monday, I bet you.
All right, we'll learn that on Monday. Sarah, last word. What is it?
I just say we have to keep our eyes.
Monday's coming attraction.
I think we've got a lot to look forward to on Monday, Sean, and I think that the American people are going to see that there was happening behind the scenes at the FBI as well as the Department of Justice, and Michael Horowitz have been doing a very deep dive into this, and there's going to be a lot of breaking news in the next month and the months to come.
Amazing, the year of the boomerang. We were right all along. Continues. Thank you both.
Hello, friends, and welcome. It is the 1st of December, and on today's podcast, my word, we have a great one. We have new Q posts, we have memes, we have a death of a past president, George H. Bush, and we will go over many more articles, including the Clinton Foundation investigation, and a lot more. Folks, if you are new to my channel, please go ahead and click that blue bell to get notifications, so when I post, you're the first to know. Also, follow me on Twitter at True Reporting. And if you wouldn't mind leaving a like for this video, the more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to more people, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, guys, let's hop into this podcast. We see here Q posted craziness yesterday. We'll start with 2505. To the person, he says, who leaked Huber, Clinton Foundation, whistleblower, do not reveal more. Monday, Q. That was just a part of the interview that we saw, the intro with Hannity and Sarah Carter and the other gentleman. Something big is happening Monday, guys. The week of D5, right? In response to all those who doubted Sessions and Huber, you will all pay the price very soon. So it sounds like a threat, and I'm digging every second of it. I hope you are too. 2507, first and only leak public referencing Huber activities. No further details should be released. Warning, pain coming. So basically saying, you know, there's information out there to these whistleblowers. Please, no more to be leaked to the public. This is a slow drip. I believe we're about to end out 2018 on another level, guys. We've been patiently waiting for over 12 months, right? So we've got to just be patient and enjoy the show, right? Right here we see this is a Q post 2508. It says the experts, but Sessions should appoint a second Supreme Court or special counsel in D.C., a.k.a. the corrupt swamp, but Sessions should appoint a second special counsel in D.C., a.k.a. the corrupt swamp. Team of less than 20 typically. A wait 2 to 4 years. Take a gamble. But Sessions should appoint a second special counsel in D.C., a.k.a. the corrupt swamp, because unlike the Clinton email corrupt case, as demonstrated by the FBI and DOJ, people fired, removed. This will be conducted faithfully and honestly like Mueller. But Huber has not directly interviewed several witnesses. Therefore, the appointment of Huber by Sessions and therefore the IG, Inspector General, is not genuine. But Sessions and Huber are following standard DOJ open ongoing investigation policies by not discussing making public. So therefore, nothing must be happening. Fire Sessions. A lot going on behind the scenes, possibly for over a year now. But Herbert, ability to prosecute, plus impanel a grand jury outside of D.C., 90% plus voted HRC 2016, who already began the investigations last year with a signed team of 470 investigators, attorneys, plus inspector general, plus legal jurisdiction across all 50 states, is not a special counsel, so therefore nothing is being done. But POTUS is attacking Sessions via Twitter, so therefore he is not working on behalf of the people's interest or POTUS's. Democrats, left, love, trust Sessions. But, interestingly, if nothing is being done behind the scenes, why are so many FBI and DOJ senior officials being fired and or removed from their respective positions of power? Who is Attorney General? Who must sign off on each removal? DOJ in charge of FBI. But interestingly, if nothing is being done behind the scenes, there are 50,000 plus sealed indictments, above 62,000 now, across the U.S. What percentage equals USA versus X? Coincidence versus Herbert start? But interestingly, if nothing is being done behind the scenes, why are many powerful CEO, members of Congress, Senate resigning? Coincidence? Example, POTUS did the Speaker. Previously, POTUS did the Speaker of the House indicate wanting to leave politics, Paul Ryan. But interestingly, if nothing is being done behind the scenes, why are human trafficking arrests surging? Clickbait and opinions versus logical thinking. Direct communication is necessary. Trust yourself. Think for yourself. Where we go one, we go all. Absolutely. We have direct contact with what's going on behind the scenes so that we are aware. POTUS tells the world to watch Hannity. Breaking news. Herbert to whistleblower Monday. Q hops right on to confirm. President knew what was about to be said on Hannity, therefore Q knew. Game theory, bitches. Comey is shaking in his boots. This was in response to his suit getting put off until Monday at 10 a.m. And if he's not shaking, he's confused and worried. Spitball. 2509. Q post timestamps. Declassified prior to post testimony. Come timestamp. Referencing attorney challenge to subpoena. Do the math. Q. Talking about Comey, right? Edit. Q post timestamp. Referencing declassification prior to post testimony. Comey Y. So yeah, that's what he was talking about. Timestamp. Attorney challenge to subpoena. Do the math. Q. Yeah, pretty straightforward. You know, he's been subpoenaed, so he's probably. We know he's going to prison, guys. We know that. We already know it. 2511. We'll click on this and see what it is. Looks like a bunch of names. Oh my word. So Kevin Kleinsmith, Charles Newman wedding. Trisha Anderson, Charles Newman wedding. How do you ensure the prosecuted non-military would receive an impartial judgment based on rule of law? Think federal judge ruling. Obstruction. POTUS granted constitutional authority. How do you ensure appeals to the U.S. Supreme Court are evaluated impartially based on the rule of law? Think Justice Kavanaugh, 5-4. Military law versus criminal law. Military law versus criminal law. Enemy combatant is what they are. How do you navigate around installed blockade? Mueller, designed to take in evidence needed to expose deep state. DOJ blocking, referencing Mueller evidence, ongoing investigation. So the DOJ is trying to block, right? Mueller, designed to limit POTUS' ability to maneuver. Mueller, designed to stall for time until midterm elections to terminate all House and Senate ongoing investigations. Mueller, designed to safeguard Democrat Party base. False narrative is Russia collusion, POTUS cheated, evil sky falling. In effort to divide and mobilize for future protests, riots, threats, and violence, false flags, etc. Mueller, designed to provide fake news with ammunition to sway public opinion, obstruct foreign and domestic agenda, fuel impeachment, removal, fuel anti-POTUS. So yeah, basically, this is what Mueller was in the spot for. But is Mueller a gray hat? That's what a lot of people are asking. A ton of people, actually. Who must authorize firing of FBI DOJ officials? Why did McCabe try to testify to take Sessions out? What was Sessions' Senate confirmation vote? 52 to 47. No. Number 175, logical thinking versus clickbait. So yeah, use your logical thinking. Do not follow the news. We see 2512, a Mueller removed via declassification. Mueller will face charges referencing uranium-1. He's working to save himself. Q. Maybe he's not a gray hat. I don't know. I'm not sure at this point. So basically, the next post, 2513, is referencing 2512. Mueller will face charges referencing uranium-1. Why do the Clintons remain in control of many still in power? Blackmail. Obviously, that's how things are ran, right? The Clinton family is working overtime. Panic in D.C. Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing. Q. So that is pretty much self-explanatory. The Clintons, they did pay for play, or play to pay to play, and it's all blackmail. Enthralled throughout the whole process, and nothing can stop what is coming. Q is telling us. The next post, 2514, is that interview that I showed you in the beginning of the intro. Future will prove past. History books. Justice. Enjoy the show. So we are about to see some greatness, my friends. We're about to see some mind-blowing events take place. Remember what we're here for. We're here to help people cope with this, right? All for a LARP. 2515. Q. We see Mike Pence with the military in front of him, and then we have a Q. I will go over that in the memes a little later, what this is. Sergeant M. Patton, sheriff, right? It's spreading, we the people Q. This was all over the news the other day. 2516, Anon's geo-located last pick, Chongqing, China. Hyatt, Regency, players 8, watch the news Q. So we're going to have 8 people step forward. We're going to have 8 people get arrested. Watch the news, right? And we're watching, obviously, Q team is following this plane in China. So a lot of stuff going on in China, right? A lot of spies, a lot of ongoings that are very corrupt. 2518. Honestly, it seems that China is a greater, more urgent, essential threat than Russia right now. I agree. China wants to crush us, and so many of our businesses are dependent on cheap Chinese manufacturing. We need real IP trade protection, cybersecurity, and tax incentives that make it cheaper to make here. Then we see a Q post 346. Look here, Russia. Don't look here. China, absolutely. Don't focus on China. Worth 43 minutes of your time. Fake news will never report. Important to understand going forward. Facts matter. So, yeah. Russia is obviously the distraction. Don't focus on China, right? China. Let's go up. So, Anonymous right here posted yesterday, post 2519 from Q says, Pence shares picture of himself meeting a SWAT officer with a QAnon conspiracy patch. Oh no. Oh no, we got to get this out. Washington Post says, we got to keep saying that it's a conspiracy theory, that it's just a LARP. What a coincidence. Why is the Washington Post leading the attack referencing Q? How many articles have been written referencing Q? Who owns the Washington Post? Who funds the Washington Post? All for a LARP. And that Jeff Bezos, 2519, referencing the last thing I just talked about. The Atlantic Technology Archive, the details about CIA, I believe that's what it said with, CIA deals with Amazon. So, yeah, Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. A $600 million computing cloud built by an outside company is a radical departure for the risk-averse intelligence community. So, this is back in July 2017, 2014. July 17, 2014. The intelligence community is about to get the equivalent of an adrenaline shot to the chest. This summer, a $600 million computing cloud developed by Amazon Web Services for the Central Intelligence Agency over the past year will begin servicing all 17 agencies that make up the intelligence community. So, yeah, they're trying to suppress this. They're trying to suppress it because Q is a threat to the mainstream media. It's also a threat to the tech giants. And I believe that's why the CIA is in threat too. These three-letter agencies are definitely a threat to the American people. And Jeff Bezos is definitely in direct ties with them, thus Q being a threat. CNN now reporting on it too. We will check this out. I believe, Pence shares picture of him meeting a SWAT officer wearing QAnon conspiracy patch. So, I love it. I love every minute of it. Twitter, the storm is upon us status. I believe this is from Joe M., right? Timberwolf, the gray wolf, Canis lupus, also known as Timberwolf, shares a common ancestry with the domestic dog. State funeral next week. Coincidence? Talking about George H. Bush. So, will Trump attend this funeral? Who knows? We all know about George Bush and leading the CIA to go after John F. Kennedy. So there's a lot of shady stuff going on with that Bush family. 9/11, everything, right? Just think about everything. Let's go ahead and do a couple news articles very quickly, and then we're going to get into memes. 16 FBI agents raid home of Clinton Foundation Uranium One whistleblower. The Clinton Foundation paid to play at the Uranium One scandal. It appears these are two reasons why Robert Mueller was chosen to run offense and defense with the Trump-Russia collusion. Eric Holder, Rod Rosenstein, Robert Mueller, Andrew McCabe, James Comey, all of these men, I believe, are going to go to prison for a very, very, very long time. Obama Secretary Clinton, the DOJ and the FBI intentionally hid the national security risk. My. On the morning of November 19th, 16 FBI agents raided the Maryland home of DOJ whistleblower who was in possession of Clinton Foundation and Uranium One documents. The whistleblower came across the devastating documents while he was working for an FBI contractor. According to the whistleblower's lawyer, note, the order was likely in the works before Jeff Sessions was fired. So, guys, I wonder what we are just going to be witnessing here very, very soon. It's going to be crazy. Whistleblowers coming forward. I feel like it's all being fed to the public. Like, people behind the scenes already know what's going on. Not necessarily just the Q team, but a lot of people, and they're just leaking it. A slow drip to us watching the cabal squirm, right? Mark Taylor, please follow him on Twitter, says, Mark Taylor, this is back in 2017. 2 ex-presidents will die, and 2 will face jail time as divine retribution for criticizing of Trump. Mark Taylor, the firefighter, prophet, and right-wing conspiracy theorist, gotta say it, I guess, who claims that God told him that Donald Trump would become the president years ago, appeared on Greg Hunter's USA Watchdog program last weekend, where he revealed that God told him that 2 of the 5 former presidents will soon die, and 3 others will face jail time as divine retribution for criticizing President Trump. We could go into the who's going to die, who's going to be jailed. Is it going to be, obviously, it was George Bush who died, Daddy Bush. Will Clinton be the next? Will Bill Clinton be the next? And then we see George W. and then Obama go to prison. I don't know. We might need to start betting on this, right? But definitely interesting nonetheless. I want to get into some memes real quick. I think you will enjoy this part of it because a lot of information, a lot of tweets that I was referencing in this part right here because just the information was coming so fast, and it's the quickest way to get information. So the patch we saw on the SWAT team, guy, QAnon question, the narrative is what it says. Morale Military Tactical 3-inch circle made in the USA, $7.99. So this is what was on his vest. Question the narrative. Very crazy, right? Breaking news. The Justice Department Inspector General's report from earlier in 2018 detailed evidence that the Obama Justice Department had sought to shut down the FBI's investigation of Clinton Foundation. So he's going to go to prison for sure. Obama's one of the ones, if not die, then prison time. Gitmo, baby. So we see here, Trump was paid $500,000 to make an hour speech in Russia. He also receives $50 million from Putin after allowing Russia to control 20% of U.S. uranium used to make nuclear weapons. We got to go after Trump, right? Oh, wait a minute. Oops, my mistake. Correction, that was Hillary and Bill Clinton. Guess who is being investigated for the Russian collusion? Trump. So, bye-bye. That's all I'm going to say. Many insiders believe military tribunals for deep state will happen at any time now. That was in October, guys. So, Joe M., the storm is upon us. Amazing, the year of the boomerang. That was what we were all right. We were right all along. It continues. This is what Hannity said in the intro. We, the people, were right all along about Q, about the plan, about the whole thing. Pain coming. Absolutely, guys. I wanted to read some more threads from Joe M. Big account, right? It's ran very cleanly, I'll say that. I wonder who's behind that Joe M. Twitter handle. Naughty, this wasn't supposed to be leaked until Monday. As we roll towards the finish, expect a few speed wobbles before the boom. To the source, Q says shut up until further notice. D5, December 5th. Donald Trump, watch Sean Hannity on Fox News. Enjoy. Don't be too quick to think Q is mad or this was a screw up. It could be precisely what Q wants them to think, so they misjudge the timing of their false flags. The plan has been meticulous from day one. I'm just saying, laser pointer. So, yeah, very meticulous, very strategic. So they steal the House with rampant election fraud while we monitored their every move. Then we immediately exposed the fraud. Now voter ID laws get passed unobstructed in the Senate, killing them stone dead. This is officially the last election the Democrats will ever win. I agree, because they can't win unless they cheat. This is from Anonymous. What if Russians helped U.S. military entrap bad actors by buying U.S. uranium through HRC and bad actors figuring they were entrapped by Russia, but can't admit the truth cause the truth will incriminate themselves, therefore needed to cover this up, stealing election further incriminating. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Russia helped us. They definitely helped set everything up. This is, Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump trolling the world, right? I love it. So we see here another tweet we went over. This is out. Fake news were reacting to the devastating photo of the SWAT officer that Q just posted. Yeah, guys, it's all over the place. So they're going to try and shut this. Probably going to be another retaliation, another wave of Q bashing. Don't these people are deranged. They're unhinged. Don't trust them. They're conspiracy theorists, but we know the truth, right? They're all dropping it. Q might start busting out like the Florida rally. That would be great. Q all over the place again. So, this is the picture that we were talking about earlier. Sheriff Sergeant M. Patton, SWAT team. And he's got the Q emblem. Sorry, this is early this morning. Here we go. This is another one. Stu SVRK. I like this tweet. What's it going to take to nail the Clintons? Campbell and Kane, known whistleblowers, and now a third one to be named on Monday. 3 strikes is a concept everyone understands. You are done, Clinton Foundation. Oh, I'm so stoked about it. And yes, George H.W. Bush passed away. Bet it's a closed casket. You want to bet me? Let's do it. Definitely a closed casket. Definitely going to be like John McCain's funeral. Good riddance, am I right? And then I found this strange. Did Herbert Walker die? This is 4 days ago. And this was actually the post I couldn't get to earlier in the queue. That queue was referencing Joe M. Our dog Benji, James Comey said, died this afternoon because he was a rescue. He didn't know his age today except very old. He was a friend to the entire big family, as only a dog can be. Goodbye, old soul. Did Herbert Walker die 4 days ago? How did Joe M know that, man? And that's a good question, isn't it? How did he know? Herbert Walker, George Bush Sr. dies. New World Order live speech, September 11th, 1999. Let's hope the New World Order dies with him. I agree. Let him rot. So this is the Mark Taylor prophecy. The Spirit of God says, 2 will be taken and 3 will be shaken, for I will remove 2 from the evil crew of 32, and the other 3 shall be shaken to the core. Obviously, this is not Scripture. The 32 years they have altogether served and empowered that entity called Baal. And the covenant they had holding up his house with the Illuminati and the New World Order shall come crumbling down. For when the first one is taken, it will be a sign that the New World Order shall die. So, my friends, with that being said, I believe we are at the precipice. I really believe that. I believe Monday is going to be huge. Are we going to see the Clintons go down? Are we going to see the domino effect in public time, right? In real time. I believe this is going on behind the scenes. I believe it is going to be pushed into the mainstream media, and that is it for the corrupted mainstream media. That is the end of the cabal. That is the end of that is the beginning of the end of evil on this planet. And we can finally evolve. We can finally progress as humanity, getting this evil out of our hair, out of our consciousness, right? Guys, if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and please leave a like. You can donate to this channel by going to the description box below and going to my Patreon or my PayPal. And definitely share this video. Let's get it out there. A lot of big news is happening, and I appreciate you tuning in. Be kind to one another, love one another, and have a wonderful weekend, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.